Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sumukascha Yekadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha Lambodharascha Vikato Vignarajo Vinayakaha Dhumaketur Ganadhyakshaha Phalachandro Gajananaha Vakratundaha Surpakarno Herambaha Skandapurvajaha Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये यस्य द्विरदवक्त्राद्या पारिषद्या परस्सतं विघ्नं निघ्नन्ति सततं विश्वक्सेनं तमाश्रये गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्कपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थित तद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः जन्माद्यस्य यतः अन्वयात् इतरतश्च अर्थेषु अभिघ्नः स्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायः आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत् सूरयः तेजोवारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्मः प्रोच्चितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सताम् वेद्यं वास्तवम् अत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनम् श्रीमद् भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृदि अवरुध्यतेः अत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिः तत्क्षणात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं सुखमुखात् अमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिकाः भुवि भावुकाः वासुदेव परा वेदा वासुदेव परा मखाः वासुदेव परा योगा वासुदेव परा क्रियाः वासुदेव परं ज्ञानं वासुदेव परं तपः वासुदेव परो धर्मो वासुदेव परा गतिः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्. With Bhagavan's grace, we will continue. We came up to Slokam 24 in Adhyayam 17, Skandham number 4 in our last session. So we will continue from Slokam 25. Amusham Chut Paritanam Artanam Paridevitam Samayishyami Mad Bhanehi Bhinnayaha Tava Medasa Amusham Chut Paritanam Artanam Paridevitam Samayishyami Mad Bhanehi Bhinnayaha Tava Medasa Amusham Chut Paritanam Artanam Paridevitam Samayishyami Mad Bhanehi Bhinnayastava Medasa. For these people who are starving, and because of that they are suffering, they become weak, extremely weak, and they are crying, they are suffering. What is the pariharam for that? How do you eliminate it? How do you negate it? What I am going to do? Using my arrows, I am going to break you into pieces and break your ego, pride. We'll take up each padangal, then I'll delve a little bit deeper into this so you understand. That is very careful, as Swami cautions, in understanding the teachings of elders. We are novices. Okay. And so we need to shape our understanding to receive the teaching properly and cannot edit and limit and modify the teaching to my suiting, to the way it suits me. Then I miss it. So in order to understand and appreciate something that I really do not know, I need to have an open mind and receive it with humility. This is the basic requirement. So in every slokam, intellect comes in, intelligence comes in, man's understanding, quest to understand comes in and shapes and edits and changes the meaning, sometimes atrociously. Okay, and then you go and confused for the rest of your life. So let me first take this slokam. I do want to spend a little bit time on this slokam so you understand what is happening and what is the teaching of Prithu Maharaja, the Prithu Avataram, to me as a person. Okay, because he is addressing me. Okay, when he says the Mother Earth, and as you see that the later on Mother Earth is going to get the name Prithvi, and that's how we all are known as Parthas. Okay, okay. Now I'm getting ahead of myself. The Pada Arthangal Amusham, Amusham, இந்த மக்களுடைய, these peoples, okay, these peoples with an apostrophe and S, these peoples, இந்த மக்களுடைய Kshut Paritanam, Kshut means hunger, Paritanam means suffering, okay, Paritanam, பசியால் பீடிக்கப்பட்டவர்கள், starving, starving immensely, tremendously, Paritanam. Artanam, now comes the difficulties and the sufferings and the pain associated with it. Imagine, Bhagavan has given us food so we get 3 times a day, and whenever we want we can eat. But more than 1.5 billion people in the world, lots of them children, do not have even the next food. They all live in perpetual hunger around this world. Please remember that. It's a huge suffering, huge suffering, indescribable misery. Okay. So, Kshut Paritanam, Artanam, Amusham, these peoples, Paridevitam, crying, okay, and Algayai, what am I going to do? Mat Banehi Samayishyami. Mat Banehi, through my arrows, I am going to negate it. Right now they're suffering. I'm going to bring it back. So the suffering is eliminated. How am I going to do with my arrows? Mat Banehi and Ambagalal Kanika Pohiren. They eliminate, not just quench, but also remove it. Remove the suffering. Suffering due to starvation. And that gives weak body. Strength is gone. Sometimes you're not even able to walk. It is so bad. So Samayishyami, I'm going to remove it, eradicate it through my arrows. How? Bhinnayaha tava medasa. Very important. Bhinnayaha tava medasa. Now, I'll give you the other meaning and then suggest a way that you can relate to it, so that you imbibe Bhagavan's teaching a little bit better than getting confused by intelligence. Okay? Because Vyasa Bhagavan uses a word, you have to understand it extremely carefully, not with my limited intelligence. Okay? You've got to come up with an understanding and appreciation that stands the test of time and also stands completely in consonance with all the other slokangal. Very important. Okay? So, Bhinnayaha, broken to pieces. What is broken to pieces? Tava medasa. Tamila, unnuடைய கொழுப்பினால், மேத. Let us take that for a minute. Meda, Meda. Okay, there are two das there. Meda, that is the third da pronounced from the mouth. Medha, that is the fourth da coming from the pronounced from the stomach. Okay, Dirgha Pranan it is called. Medha. Medha means intelligence, intellect, wisdom, buddhi. So many other meanings are there. Medha is fat. Fat in the body is called Medha. So, by breaking your fat into pieces, I am going to, if you understand it literally, I'm going to break you into pieces, and with your fat, I'm going to feed them and remove their hunger. That's such a, I don't know how foolish way of understanding it. Sorry, I'm using a very strong word, forgive me. It's an unwise, non-beneficial way of understanding it. Now, this is a cow. Bhuma Devi has now taken the form of a cow, and Prutu is talking to her. Okay? He uses the word, I'm going to tava medasa bhinnayaha. I'm going to break you into pieces, and with your korupa, with your fat, I'm going to feed them so that their hunger is removed. Is that what it really is? Now, while I respect him tremendously, such a yeoman, unbelievable work he has done, something I can't even imagine of, Swami Prabhupada of Iskcon, okay? And I know some of you probably, because you follow English, your tendency is to look at what Prabhupada Slokams is and Pada Arthangal are on the internet, which is okay, nothing wrong in that, because he has taken the time and effort to translate every slokam, every word. It's a monumental work that he has done, and monumental works he has done. I mean, unbelievable what he has done. But in this particular slokam, I respectfully disagree with him. Because if you look at, he says, Rutu Maharaja is such that when all other beings are suffering for food, he is granting license to kill cows and feed them with it. In that condition, it is allowed. That's the way he has given the meaning, which I respectfully and very firmly and very strongly reject that. Okay? Because, why? Number of reasons. Okay? Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. You look at Slokam 14. And 14, please open your book and go to Slokam 14 in the same adhyaya. Second line, it says, Gauhu sati apadravat bhita. Okay, Gauhu sati upadravat bhita. Both ways are given in Slokam, that's fine. So, Gauhu sati, the word sati is very important. Sati means donning the form of a cow. Donning the form of a cow, not cow itself. Very first point. Okay. So, what does Medasa mean? Not physical fat. Okay. Because it's a form that the Mother Earth, the Bhuma Devi has donned. Not physical form. Not physical fat. What it is, it's a fat of the mind. Korupu. Korupu, not in the physical korupu, but the mental korupu we have. Pride, ego, ahankaram. Okay, I am going to break that into pieces. Now, this way, when you understand this teaching of Vyasa this way, it is in consonance with the Slokam 27 that is coming. Another thing which you will never forget, okay, Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha. Okay, a very important slokam. One who is a the Brahman itself, effulgent all over. Go Brahmana Hitaya, Sarvabhuta Hitaya Cha, Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha, is what the slokam is. Bhagavan, the Brahman, who is most expansive, present everywhere, so big it is, like a space anywhere. Okay, it's unimaginable, absolutely immeasurable, always expanding, always expanding. Brahman, that is effulgence of that Brahman. Go Brahmana Hitaya. That is doing only hitam to cows and to Brahmanas. Sarvabhuta Hitaya, all beings. It is hitam only. That Krishnaya, Govindaya, that Krishnan, to that Govindan, Namaskaram. What is the first lesson that Vasishta taught Rama? We have covered that in one of our other sessions. Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha. Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha. All beings do only hitam. Hitam means good. No harm. Absolutely no harm. When Bhagavan, when the dictum is like that, when Bhagavan himself has given dictum like that, in Bhagavad Gita you can find it, in our scriptures you can find it, in Vedam you can find it, in Upanishads you can find it, and Bhagavan is going to confirm again in 27 what he really means. Okay, it is not correct. Actually, it is misleading to say that when the whole world is, there's no food, and then if you see a cow there, immediately you can cut it into pieces and eat it. That is how our Srila Prabhupada has given the meaning. So something I want to put in front of you in case you're reading it, that is not correct. In my humble but strong feeling I have, because it doesn't agree with my heart. Okay, doesn't agree with my hridayam. Therefore, I reject it. Okay, that is always how you have to select when you read a slokam and understand it, that you must always go with your hridayam, your conscience, not with your brain, not with your intelligence. Very important. Okay, so here is a trap that I want to point out to you. So let us move on. So what it is I'm going to break your pride and ego into pieces. Okay, in 27, you will see what he means. Okay, we'll move on to 26. Puman Yoshit Uta Kliba Atma Sambhavanaha Adamaha. Puman Yoshit Uta Kliba Atma Sambhavanaha Adamaha. Bhuteshu Nira Anukrosaha Rupanam Tad Vadaha Avadaha. He gives a reason. The same way Rama gave a reason to, 3 reasons he gives to Vali. Okay, Bhagavan, you have to listen carefully. Dharmam is so sukshmam, so subtle, that I can easily slip. So I must always listen carefully. What Bhagavan says is dharma. It is satyam. Okay? So you have to understand how Bhagavan operates, how this Mahat Tattvam, what does it really mean, how it operates. These are all learning we have to do. Okay? So, Puman Yoshit Uta Kliba Atma Sambhavanaha Adamaha Bhuteshu Niranu Krosaha Nirpanam Tad Vadaha Avadaha. Puman Yoshituta Kliba Atma Sambhavano Dhamaha Bhuteshu Niranu Krosaha Nirpanam Tad Vadho Vadaha. Atma Sambhavanaha, one who is full of self-praise and self-importance. Tarpermai, always blowing his own on, so to speak. Okay. Atma Sambhavanaha, one who is always praising himself. Adamaha. Adamaha is very important. I want to reserve that Bhagavan has been giving me the thought for a couple of days to share about Adhama, about Uttama, about Madhyama, Adhama, and Adha Adhama. Okay, 4 types of human being, which we will take up at the appropriate time, hopefully in the next class or two. Okay, so Adhamaha means one who has got the loveliest conduct. Atma Sambhavanaha, one who praises himself all the time. Adhamaha, with very lovely character and conduct. Kritaramana Gunam, Udayavan. Bhuteshu, in the Jiva Rasigal, among all the beings. Nir Anukrosaha, absolutely lack of compassion, lack of care. Non-compassionate, Niranukrosaha, not even slightest iota of compassion he has for the fellow beings, for all the beings, full of self-praise, lovely character and conduct, brutal, so to speak, okay, and with no compassion, not even an ounce of compassion to other beings. That Puman, that even if he is a man, Yoshit, or if it is a woman, Uta, or is a Yoshit woman, Uta, or Klibaha, even Napumsakalinga, which means the gender neither a man nor a woman. So those are the three genders that Sanskritam also recognizes, and we know that's what the truth is, right? We see all around. So Puman Yoshit Uta Klibaha, that Puman, that Niranukrotaha, that non-compassionate, cruel person, even if he is a man or a woman, or neither a man or a woman, Nirpanam, for the kings, Tat Vadaha, to kill them, Avadaha is not killing. So, for the kings to kill people, regardless of whether they're men or women or the other third gender, if they are full of self-praise, tarperimai, and if they are adamaha, with brutal, loveliest character and conduct, and niranukrotaha, without an iota of compassion, niranukrotaha bhuteshu, for the fellow beings, not even an iota of compassion for nirpanam, for kings, tat, them, vadaha, to kill, avadaha, is not killing. That's the reason he gives. Okay? Now, 27. Tvam stabdham durmadam nitva mayagam nilataha saraihi atmayoga balena ima dharayishyami aham prajaha. Tvam stabdham durmadam nitva mayagam nilataha saraihi atmayoga balena ima dharayishyami aham prajaha. Okay? Tvam stabdham durmadam nitva mayagam tilasasharaihi atmayoga balenema dharayishyamyaham prajaha. Garvam, stabdham, pride, very proud. Durmadam, the same thing. Okay, here it says Durmadam. Durmatam is different. Durmadam is different. Durmatam means with a very evil mind, bad mind. Durmadam means madam, which means ahamkaram, okay, and ego, those kind of a thing. Madam, okay, which is, so stabdham is garvam, durmadam is madam, is garvam is arrogance, pride, okay, and highly egotistic, we say, that it comes under durmadam. Maya gam, very important. Maya gam, pasuvin, cows, Maya gam, one who has donned the form of a cow. Tvam, unnai, you, saraihi, with arrows, Tilasaha Nitva. Tilasaha Nitva. Breaking into pieces. Tundu Tundaki, breaking into pieces. Aham. I, Atma Yoga Balena, with my own Yoga Sakti, எனது யோக வலிமையினால், with my Yoga Sakti, Imaha Prajaha, these Prajaigal, these citizens, Dharayishyami, I will support them, I will carry them, Dharayishyami. Dharayati ti iti dharmaha. Dharayati ti iti dharmaha. That dha is very important. Okay. Dharmaha. That is dharayishyami. Okay. So I will support them. Now, with my yoga valimai, I will break you into pieces. Yes, you have got the form of a cow, but no, I'll break you into pieces. And what happens? You said, oh, where will the people stay? Now, if you everything is samudram, and where will they stay? Yourself and everybody else. What nonsense! I will carry them with my own yoga valimai. He's answering that. That's basically the meaning. See, number of things you have to look at. The two slokams before I said medasa. It is not the cow's fat. Okay, again I repeat. It is kulpa, it is madam, it is garvam that I'm going to break. And then I'll carry everybody with my yoga sakti. See, exactly go back to what most of you know the story of how Krishna he did the garva bhangam of Brahma. How for one full day of Brahma, okay, which is basically 1 year, not one full day, for 1 day of Brahma, which is 1 year for us, when Brahma came there in the form of a huge python and swallowed all the gopi and gopas and Krishna and everybody else coming back after the pasture, including the cows and all that, the cattle and everything. Krishna didn't mind. I mean, he created complete set of all gopas and cows and everything else. For 1 day of, again, for 1 year of human life, okay, which is 1 day of Brahma, absolutely nothing stopped. Everything went on as usual. No change. When Bhagavan himself creates Brahma, when Bhagavan himself creates the Bhudevi, okay, and when Bhagavan himself takes her out of the Samudram so that people can stay on top of it and live, you and I, what right does the Bhuma Devi have to say where will they live? So he says, with my yoga valimai, the creating power, I will do it. I will take care of them. Do you understand the meaning now? So you've got to look at all these together. Okay, be careful when you read a slokam, listen to your conscience. If it doesn't make sense, reject it. Reject it firmly. Bhagavan himself. I'm telling you what I learned from Swami, okay? And then you will get clarity to follow the path of conscience. Okay, so this is the Prutu's admonition to Bhudevi. For because this Bhumi ran away, disregarded, not ran away, but disregarded her duty, disrespected Bhagavan's command of what to do, why she has been created, and because of that, the admonition comes from the Divine Master. Now, go back and read all these slokams. Again, how much of this applies to me? If Bhagavan were to talk to me like this, with anger in his eyes, how will I feel? What answer will I have? What is my recourse? Where will I go? Think. That's exactly what Bhudevi is going to do next. Anyata Sharanam Nasti. There is no other refuge other than you. Swami is so kind. I make a mistake. Like, I will continue to make a mistake. I know, because of all the other enemies, 6 enemies that I have. Okay. Regardless of that, the journey is on, the travel is on. But once I know it's a mistake, I must own up to it. I cannot run away from it. Then I must repent sincerely for that mistake. And Swami says that repenting sincerely itself is enough. There's nothing else required. No karma, no corrective actions, nothing. But till I repent sincerely, that will keep chasing me. Okay? That is a personal lesson that we have to take. Now, with that, I will close for today with Bhagavan's grace, and we'll take up, 28 is there, sorry. 28, one more is there. I can cover that, 7 minutes left. I thought we were over. Okay, 28. Evam manyumayim murti krutantam iva vibhratam pranata pranjalihi praha mahi sanjatave patuhu. Sanjatave patuhu. Evam manyumayim murti krutantam iva vibhratam pranata pranjalihi praha mahi sanjata vepatuhu. Exactly what you and I will do, other than shivering. Okay. And evam manyumayi murti krutantam iva bibhratam pranata pranjali praha mahi sanjata vepatuhu. Evam, thus, ivvaru. Krutantam iva, kruta antam iva. Antam kruta, antam end, kruta doing. Krutantam, one who does the end. One who does the end is Yama Bhagavan. End for this body. Right? Krutantam iva, like Yama. Evam krutantam iva, like thus, like Yaman. Manyumayim murti, manyumayim, full of anger, embodiment of anger. Manyumayim murti. Bibhratam, dawning the embodiment, the form of anger. Bhagavan is never angry. Never angry. He has himself said it. No, I'm never angry. Anger is completely absent in love. But sometimes I have to act. Otherwise, how will you know that you made a mistake? See? Like the way mother, gets angry at the child when child does something wrong. Mother is not really angry. Right? It is like that. So Manyumayim Murti is very important. In the form of anger, dawning, vibratam, dawning the form of anger, looking like what kind of anger? Like Yama Bhagavan, which is inescapable. Okay, vibratam, pranata. Okay, pranatosmi, pranata, doing namaskaram, vanangi. Okay. Sanjata vepatuhu, exactly what I said earlier. Sanjata vepatuhu, shivering. When I've seen Swami get dawning anger, not easy. He doesn't get angry easily, but when he dawns anger, that means I made a mistake, to correct it. Next instant, the moment I repent, Bhagavan pours love on you, like unbelievable. Okay? But Sanjata vepatuhu, shivering, nadingi kondu, mahi, Bhumi Devi, pranjalihi, doing namaskaram, praha, she spoke. Okay? So, the last slokam is, evam krutantam evam manyumayi murti krutantam iva bibhratam pranata pranjalihi praha mahi sanjata vepatuhu. Evam krutantam iva manyumayi murti bibhratam pranata sanjata vepatuhu mahi pranjalihi praha. இவ்வாறு எவனைப் போல் கோபம் கொண்ட எவனைப் போல் கோபத்தின் வடிவத்தை தரிக்கின்ற பிருத்துவை வணங்கி நடுக்கம் கொண்டவளாய் பூமி தேவி கைகூப்பி கொண்டு கூறினாள். Thus, Prithu, to Prithu, who is dawning, who is like Yama, who is dawning the form of anger, to that Prithu, worshipping him, shivering, with Bhumi Devi, doing namaskaram, kaikupi kondu, she spoke. Dharo Vacha, Dharaha Uvacha. That we will take up with Swami's grace in our next session. Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om.